Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda, Jai Dvaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Glory to Srila Prabhupada. So, with Prabhupada's permission, be reading Chaitanya Bhagavata. This is Madhya-Khanda, chapter 14, and it is Yamaraj's Sankirtan. Text 1. His body flooded with love, Lord Chaitanya happily dances. Brahma, Shiva, and all the demigods always serve Lord Chaitanya. Without the Lord's order, no one has the power to see him. Again and again, the demigods serve the Lord. Every day, the demigods watched the Lord's pastimes. When the Lord slept, they went to their homes. Seeing the deliverance of the two Brahmin demons, the demigods happily said, Lord Chaitanya is so merciful that he delivered even these two. By doing this, the Lord has placed hope in my heart. Now I hope. Certainly I will also be delivered. As they returned to their homes, the demigods happily spoke these words among themselves. Yamaraj, the king of pious deeds, regularly came to Lord Chaitanya's home, and thus he saw all the activities of the Lord. Lord Yamaraj asked Chitragupta, what sins did these two perform, sins that the Lord forgave? Chitragupta replied, please hear, O Yamaraj, why should you struggle to attain what cannot be attained? If 100,000 scribes write for 1 month, they will not soon come to the end of their sins. If you wish to hear the reports of the 100,000 scribes, then by all means hear them. The messengers never stop bringing reports of these two sinners' sins. The scribes have come to think these reports a great annoyance. At every moment, reporting these two sinners' sins, the messengers are so exhausted, they're on the verge of death. The messengers said, these two sinners commit so many sins that I find it a great burden to write them all. Why must I suffer in this way? No proper punishment is written for the many sins I've written. The records are big like a mountain. We scribes weep as we record the sins of these two sinners. How will we survive the torture we feel? Lord Chaitanya made those sins as small as a sesame seed, and then he threw that sesame seed far away. Please, give the order, and we will throw all these records into the ocean. Yamaraj had never seen anything as glorious as the mercy that delivered these two sinners. Yamaraj is by nature a great Vaishnava. He is religion personified. He knows all that it is in the heart of the religion of devotional service. When he heard Chitragupta's words, Yamaraj at once forgot his own body. He was filled with the ecstasy of love for Lord Krishna. He fell unconscious on his chariot. There were no signs of life anywhere on his body. There was a great commotion. Chitragupta and the others grasped Yamaraj's body and wept. Traveling in their chariots, the demigods sang a kirtan. But Yamaraj's chariot was filled with lamentation. Having seen the deliverance of the two Brahmin demons, the demigods were singing the glories of the Lord as they traveled. And the demigods headed by Shiva, Brahma, and Nantashesh, and the sages headed by Narada, all sang about the deliverance of the two sinners. Some demigods had never known such a blissful kirtan. Other demigods, having seen the Lord's mercy, wept. When they saw that Yamaraj was motionless on his cart, all the demigods went there. Anantashesh, Brahma, Shiva, and the sages headed by Narada saw that Yamaraj had fallen unconscious. Not knowing the reason, they were very surprised. Then Chitragupta described everything. Aware that Yamaraj had fainted in ecstatic love for Lord Krishna, Brahma and Shiva sang a kirtan into Yamaraj's ear. Hearing the kirtan, Yamaraj at once sat up. Again conscious, Yamaraj danced like a raving madman. A supremely blissful kirtan arose among the demigods. Filled with the ecstasy of love of Lord Krishna, Yamaraj, the son of Suryadev, danced. Seeing Yamaraj dance, all the other demigods also danced. Brahma, Shiva, Narada, and all the others all danced. Please hear attentively of the demigods dancing, for now this account is very confidential. But someday the Vedas will openly reveal all this. Throwing away all shyness, Yamaraj danced. Filled with the ecstasy of love for Lord Krishna, Yamaraj did not know who he was. Meditating on Lord Chaitanya, Yamaraj called out, "Glorious, glorious, the glorious Savior of the fallen." He roared and bellowed, the hairs of his body stood erect. Yamaraj's ecstasy had no end. Overcome, he wept. He was wrapped in meditation on Lord Chaitanya. Seeing Yamaraj's ecstasy of love for Lord Krishna, Yamaraj's associates fell to the ground and began to roll about in bliss. Overcome with love for Lord Krishna, Chitragupta loudly clapped his arms. Clothed only by the four directions, Lord Shiva danced. Overcome with love for Lord Krishna, he did not think about clothing. Thus, Lord Shiva, the first of the Vaishnavas, chanted the holy name of Lord Ram, the name that brings deliverance. In this way, he brought good fortune to the world. His matted locks disheveled, Lord Shiva blissfully danced. Seeing their master's glorious activities and remembering the greatness of Lord Chaitanya's mercy, Kartikeya and Ganesh danced behind Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma, who thinks devotional service is the great treasure of his life, danced with his associates, Kasyapa, Kardama, Daksha, Manu, Bhrigu, and other great souls, danced behind Lord Brahma. Intoxicated by tasting the nectar of love for Lord Krishna, by their example the great devotees taught the truth of devotional service. Staying by Brahma's side, they wept and sighed as they remembered Lord Chaitanya's great mercy. Following Brahma, Devarshi Narada danced. Thinking of Lord Chaitanya's great glory, he shed tears from his eyes. Overcome with ecstasy, he did not know where his Veena had gone. Lord Chaitanya's dear servant Sukadev danced. Sukadev knew the great glory of devotional service. Rolling about in the dust, Sukadev chanted, "Jughai, Madhai." Then he offered Dandavad obeisances. Indra, who holds the thunderbolt and rules the demigods, lamented his own misfortune. From his 1,000 eyes tears flowed without stop. In this way the Brahman's curse bore a good fruit. Seeing Lord Chaitanya's great glory, Indra, overcome, happily rolled on the ground. Where were his thunderbolt, crown, and necklace? He was overcome by drinking the nectar of love for Lord Krishna. Chandra, Surya, Vayu, Kuvera, Agni, Varuna, and all the other rulers of planets all danced. Seeing Lord Chaitanya's greatness and tasting the nectar of love for Lord Krishna, all of Lord Krishna's servants danced. Joyful at heart, all the demigods danced. Filled with joy, they did not know who was great and who was small. Filled with the happiness of love for Lord Krishna, they pushed each other as they danced. The Lord, who bears the name Anantashesh, danced with Garuda. Thus the master of the demigods happily danced with the king of the Vaishnavas. Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Shukadev, and all the demigods danced with Anantashesh. With 1,000 mouths, Lord Ananta sang about Lord Chaitanya, who delivered the 2 Brahman demons. Seeing Lord Chaitanya's great glory, some wept, some laughed, and some fainted. Some called out, "Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya! Fortunate, fortunate are Jagai and Madhai." The entire sky became filled with a great tumult of singing and dancing, and with the auspiciousness of Lord Krishna's glories. Hearing the great sounds of Jai Jai in the countless universes, inauspiciousness ran to its destruction. An auspicious sound arose and defeated Satyaloka and all the other planets. That sound filled Svargaloka, Martyaloka, and Patalaloka. Everyone heard of Lord Chaitanya's greatness and of the deliverance of Jagai and Madhai. No one heard of anything else. Filled with love for Lord Krishna, the great devotee demigods returned to their cities. Only Lord Chaitanya's glories and nothing else was on their tongues. O Lord Chaitanya, O auspiciousness of the worlds, glory to you. O Master of all souls and all worlds, glory to you. As you mercifully delivered the 2 Brahmin demons, please place your glance of mercy on us. Lord Chaitanya, O glorious Savior of the worlds, O glorious Savior of the fallen, glory, glory to you. I, Vrndavana, sing the glories of the 2 moons, Shri Krishna Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda.